Hi, welcome to Unit 7. Unit 7 is kind of a culmination of all the work we've been doing so far in the Writer's Toolbox. And in this unit, you're going to write a complete 5-paragraph literary analysis essay. And I'll guide you every step of the way. We're going to use a bunch of different rubrics to create a really, hopefully, awesome and effective essay. Okay. First, you start off by doing all the assignments in order. Okay, this will give you the writing prompt. Okay, and what you're going to do for this essay is you're going to choose a book, story, or poem that you've read, appreciate, and understand well. Really choose something that you know pretty well. It can be something that you've read before this summer. It can be something you read this summer. You might even have a literary analysis paragraph already done that you can include in your essay. And then what I want you to do is to write about the major theme or the themes that are in the book, story, or poem that you read. And we're going to write an essay about those themes. All right. Make sure you read my literary analysis introduction and also my reflection formula, which is, set the scene, state the theme, say what you mean, and finish it clean. Kind of a quick little guide for writing any kind of essay or reflection. All right. Once you've read those, then you can get into the meat of the assignment. And do all of these in order. I'm going to write the opening paragraph in the assignment 3, then 4, 5, and 6. The assignments will be to write 3 separate body paragraphs. The hardest part in the body paragraphs is how to get them all to flow together, but there's directions on how to do that. All right? The opening paragraph has a PDF here that will show you how to write an opening paragraph. And I give you 3 different techniques. Right? And I'll also show you at the end an example of what a completed essay should look like. Okay, after you've written the opening paragraph, then you're going to write your 3 body paragraphs. And for each of these, you're going to use the literary analysis rubric. I'll have one for, be a Word document on there and a Pages document. So this is something you've already done several times. All right, but now you're going to do it 3 of them to use for your body paragraphs of your essay. So make sure you use that analysis rubric carefully. All right, make sure you read everything in this left side and do it on the right. And in the PDF, I have an example here of what a good analysis paragraph looks like. All right. Once you've done the 3 body paragraphs, all right, then you write the conclusion. Conclusions are oftentimes the hardest part of an essay to write. We tend to write too much. So read this PDF on how to write an essay conclusion, and then I give you down here a sort of a semi-rubric, right here to tell you how to create a really cool conclusion that uses 3 different techniques. A tricolon compound sentence sounds complicated, but it's not. Then one using parallel structure, and then one that's I call the haiku sentence, just a really quick little insightful sentence to end it all. So once you do all that, right, you should have all the makings of a good literary analysis essay. Then what you do, your final step, is to put this all into a literary analysis essay rubric. So it has a spot for the opening paragraph, a spot for the 3 body paragraphs, and a spot for the conclusion. I also give you an example of what that should look like when you turn it in. You have your formatting with your name and your everything here. Copy it like that. Right? As your title, as a subtitle, it has an introductory quote that you're going to put above the entire essay. And then you have your opening paragraph. Right? You set the scene, state the theme. Then your first body paragraph. You're going to work your way all the way through it till you get to the end. You proofread it, and then post your entire essay here. I used Mike Dempscher's essay on Walden that he wrote this past year in my 9th grade English class. It's pretty good looking. I mean, it has the title, the subtitle, has the quote above it. It has the opening paragraph where he sets the scene here. Then at the very end, he tells us what the essay is going to be about, right? And then he uses 3 literary analysis paragraphs. So he has the quote in there, the head and heart, the broad theme, narrow theme, 1-2 punch in each of them. And one important thing to remember is after a quote, if you indent a quote like that, don't tab in your head and heart, because that's still part of a paragraph. What you don't put in here is the quote above the paragraph and the one-word theme. We only do that when we write a single paragraph. Try to get these paragraphs to flow together as well as you can. They probably will, because you'll be talking about themes, and that'll be the common thing between them. And he's got his 3 paragraphs. Then he has his conclusion right here. Right? And that's one really good-looking essay. I don't expect your essay to be this amazing thing, because it's the first one we're doing. But really try to follow the directions. And honestly, it's going to take you about 6 hours of work to do this well. So, set your time aside to do it the right way. You can do it little bits at a time. And when you're done, post your completed PDF of your whole essay into the Dropbox. And I'll give you feedback, and then in Unit 8 you can do some revisions. The other assignments are fairly simple. It's comma rules 8 and 9, and then 10 vocabulary words. It's actually 15 vocabulary words. I got to change that. Oh, that's 10. I didn't use the number 10, because that would put that assignment at the very beginning. All right. Then there's a couple of tests and quizzes for the. All right. You're going to use these words in a sentence. So this isn't a self-graded quiz. You're going to show me how to use all these different words that are in the Quizlet class. Use them in a sentence. So when you study those, do that. If you don't get to that quickly, it's no big deal. Okay, so that's basically it. That's Writer's Toolbox Unit 7. Right? It's a hefty unit, but you've made it this far. You've been doing a great job, so I'm sure this will be awesome too. If you have any questions, email me or just message me on Schoology.